Hello, with the medium of YouTube, I just want to express few things about the difference between the Vedic astrology and the Lal Kitab. As we all know that Lal Kitab is very old and it's been passed from generations to generations. And in my point of view, that there are little bit differences between Vedic astrology and Lal Kitab. Even the Vedic astrology is very old and which has been passed from generation to generations. The big difference between Lal Kitab and Vedic Jyotish is, in Vedic astrology, we have different lagnas which start from Aries and move on from 12 different rashis up to 12th rashis up to Pisces. And whenever an individual is born, he has been given a specific lagna, and every person has got the different lagnas. But in Lal Kitab we have got only one Lagan, that is number 1 Rashi, and whatever time you are born, and your Lagan will remain same. And prediction in Lal Kitab is basically done on the basis of Varshful as well as the Kundli. In Vedic astrology, as we all know, that we have got different charts, D1, D2, then we got Navmasha Kundli, Chandra Kundli, Surya Kundli, then we got Gochar Kundli also, and then most of the astrologers today, when they give prediction on Vedic astrology, they see the dashas, antardashas, periods, sub-periods, sub-periods, and sometimes the remedies are given on the basis of dashas and antardashas in Vedic astrology. Whereas Lal Kitab, the way of giving remedies is slightly different. Their concept is slightly different, and which I felt is quite effective. Even if Vedic astrology is done properly, if anyone's horoscope is analyzed properly, then you find that even Vedic astrology is very effective. But when we join both Lal Kitab and Vedic astrologies together, then the results which come are really great. That is in my own experience. Now in Lal Kitab, that it says that the first house is of, now I'm talking about the planets, the first house is occupied, the ruler of that house is Sun, and Mars has built his house in first house. So basically the land is of Sun and Mars has built its house on the Sun. Land is of Sun and Mars has built his house on Sun's land. If we move to second house, the land is of Jupiter, that is a Jupiter house, and Venus has constructed its house on the Jupiter's land. So basically in one house, two planets are occupying, one has got land and one has built its house. If we move to third house, Mars has got its land, he is the occupier, and Mercury has built its house on that. If you move to fourth house, that is overall property and house and everything is dominated by a moon only. Moon is overall in chart of the fourth house. There are different houses in horoscope where only specific planets occupy that, which I'm going to explain in later on. If you move to fifth house, that is of Jupiter, and Sun has built his house on Jupiter's land. If you move to sixth house, that is a house of Ketu basically in Lal Kitab, and Mercury has built his house on Ketu's land. If you move to seventh house, that is a land of Mercury, and Venus has constructed his house on it. If you move to eighth house, that is a property, that is a land of Mars, and Shani has built its house on it. If you move to ninth house, that is overall property of Jupiter. No one else has occupied anything, no one has built any house on it. If you move to 10th house, that is overall property of Saturn. He is also overall in charge of 10th house. If you move to 11th house, that is a land of Jupiter. He is the main person, Jupiter, 11th house, but Saturn has built his house with permission of Jupiter. The land is of Jupiter and Saturn has built his house on it. If you move to 12th house, that is overall in charge is Jupiter there. And some astrologers, there's a controversy on that also, that it is a house of Rahu also. But anyhow, we don't go in that. Now Lal Kitab says that Lal Kitab upayas are done basically by shifting the planets from one house to another house. They say that if you want to move one planet from another house, then you have to do the following remedies, then that planet will start showing its effect in the other house, and that's how it works. I just want to give you an example basically. Lal Kitab says that if you suppose you got a Mars in your sixth house, which is quite malefic, and you're not getting the right results during that Varshfal or during that Dasha. They say that if you want to move the Mars from that house to its own house, which is its first house, the best remedy for that is wear munga around your neck. And then what's going to happen is Mars will start showing its effect in the first house. Likewise, if Saturn is in 8th house, and if you want to move from 8th house to first house, wear neelam around your neck, and anything you wear of pertaining to any planet, if you wear anything around your neck, it will start showing the effect in the first house. So whether you wear ruby in your around your neck, but you have to see the planetary combinations. It's not like that you pick any anything and just wear around your neck, and no, you have to see the planetary combination, that whether your planet is exalted, debilitated, in whatever condition it is, in which degree it is sitting. But I'm just telling you the overall concept, concept behind the Lal Kitab, that how they move the planets from one place to another place. If you move to second house of Lal Kitab, it says that any planet sitting anywhere in the Kundali, if you donate anything, or if you start going to temple, if you donate anything in the temple, the effect of that planet start working in the second house. That is a house of temple, Gurdwara, any religious place you go to, and if you do some daan there, the second house will start working in the second house. Like if you want to donate anything, a white thing which is related to a moon, like rice or dahi or anything like that, curd, and if you start donating those things in the temple or in a religious place, so that planet is basically established in the second house. So likewise, if you want to, if you wear anything in your fingers or in your forearm or anything, then the planet start working in the third house. I suppose that if Mercury is in say that it's in the 12th house, and if you wear the emerald, it will start showing its power in the third house. But again, I'm saying you have to see what sort of horoscope is that, and what are the planetary conditions. Likewise, if you flow anything in the river, the planet will start showing its effect in the fourth house. Like if you take if moon is in the 6th house or in the 8th house, which is not considered that good in Lal Kitab, and if you throw anything, any items, any articles related to moon, like rice or curd or anything which is white, which is if you throw it in the river, then the moon will start showing its effect in the fourth house. And if you want Venus to work over there, then again, if you take a soil is basically Venus in Lal Kitab, and that is called a pot also. And if you want that moon and Venus to work together in the fourth house, then you take a pot and put some rice in it and some more items of moon, and it will start working in the fourth house if you throw that pot with rice in the river. So that's all. I'm just telling you basic things, that how it works. If you want any planet to work in the 5th house, then you donate things in the school, then or you distribute anything pertaining to any planet, and the planet will start showing its little bit of power in the 5th house. Now the 6th house, anything you throw in the well pertaining to any planet, if you throw in the well, like if you take like Mars, if you take song for like if with Saturn, if you take anything which is black, if you throw in a well, the planet will